Are you a business owner that could use just one more customer? Those empty tables, vacant appointments, idle employees, and expired merchandise are missed opportunities. What if there were a community that connects you to high-value and motivated customers, giving you a competitive edge in the marketplace and increasing your revenue? Introducing Partners One. You keep doing what you do best, taking care of your customers, and we'll do what we do best, sending you new customers to take care of. Call us today to find out how Partners One can work for your business.
Welcome to the Rock It Right Show, starring Hurricane Betsy Barnes and Dr. K. Solar. Two busy blondes with their fingers on the pulse of all things Louisiana. Events, health, leisure, entertainment, and more. It's the Rock It Right Show. And now, here's Betsy and Kay.
Welcome, welcome. We're so glad that you could spend a little bit of your time with us on Rock It Right. I am Hurricane Betsy Barnes. I have some wonderful guests, but unfortunately, Dr. K. Solar is not with us. She has been at a conference in Nashville for the entertainment industry and then helping one of her sons move to Denver. So I'm flying solo, but I don't feel lonely or alone because I have some great guests that I want to share with you. So at the end of the show, we're going to be talking with Peyton North, and I'll tell you a little bit more about Peyton North, but he is involved in art, music, fashion, and entertainment. And so there's a little twist on this story, so it'll be interesting. Hang tight with us. And then we're also going to talk with Caitlin Odell. You might remember that Caitlin Odell and her husband Christopher are the founders of RedStickMusic.com. So anything and everything you want to know about music, venues, bands, singer-songwriters, ways to entertain your family, friends, and celebrate, they've got the 411 on that. And Caitlin's going to come back and share with us. And then we also have Whitney Higginbotham Green. She's also been on our show before, but Whitney is currently an attorney, and she is running for Baton Rouge City Court Judge. And so if you haven't met Whitney, we want you to meet her. She is amazing. She is a wonderful mom and involved in the community. And first, we have Dr. Michael McKnight, and I want to make sure I pronounce it right, Rodneyna Hart, and they are with the Louisiana State Museum System, and I am absolutely thrilled that they could be here because we have a wealth of history and culture in our state museums and in many, many other museums around the state that aren't part of the system, and I asked them to come and share what they're doing to help open it up to the world. So thank you so much, Dr. Michael McKnight.
Thank you.
And thank you so much for coming.
Thank you. So
you are the Deputy Assistant Secretary over the museum system.
Yes, ma'am.
That's a whole lot.
Yes, it is.
So 9 state museums, but it's so much more than that. Mm-hmm. And then you are over the Capitol Park Museum, the E.D. White Museum, and some of the other programs. So together you have a wealth of information. And I just want you to just spill it all. Tell us all the secrets, all the exhibits, everything that's going on.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
So I'll start off. Yes, we have 9 museums in the state system. And I'll tell you one thing with you. So when you have museums, CRT has museums, Secretary of State has museums. Sometimes you find ourselves fighting for the same funding. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to share something with you. Lieutenant Governor Billy Nungesser, what he did in 2019 was did a Lord study. The study showed us that the state would benefit from a 3-tiered governance study, the North, Central, and the South. So now we can all have one pot of money we're all fighting for.
That's a great idea. And so he's done this Lord study, and I think they did the Louvre Museum and maybe some of the other major museums in the world. Mm-hmm. And so they're looking at this as, how can we govern this better? Is that what they're trying to do?
How can we govern, and how can we get financial resources together? So why I have 2 different sets of museums fighting for the same pot of money? The study showed us, combine the museums under one umbrella, and get the same funding.
And so what does the Lieutenant Governor want to do differently than what it's being done now?
So basically you have 3 different areas of regions that we can all have one director that covers each area. Right now you have museums here, North, South, East, and West, all coming in needing support, needing help. That's a waste of time. So what we're going to do is, one thing I want to share about this. In this study, Lieutenant Governor is the only official that's given up his right to select a director. That's very key in all of this. What you're doing, removing politics from the museums. So now going back to this study, so once we get these different sources of revenues going, we will have a better way to fund our museums.
Yeah.
Way better way.
So in most people that are elected don't want to give up any type of power.
Exactly.
And he's saying here, let's let the experts handle it.
Exactly, yes.
That's unique.
Remove politics out the equation.
That is unique. And so in those 9 museums, that includes the Cabildo in New Orleans. That
Presbyterian.
includes the Presbyterian.
Jazz Museum.
The Jazz Museum in the Mint, you've got to go see it. I mean, it is spectacularly.
Capitol Park Museum. Sports Hall of Fame Museum. We have E.D. White House Historic Site. We also have the Whitetail Williams and Aviation Museum in Patterson.
Mm-hmm. That's a lot to keep up with,
yes.
Dr. McKnight.
Yes.
So tell us about the Capitol Park Museum and some of the exhibits that you have that right now are open and welcoming.
So we are very excited because right now we have the Smithsonian's Negro Motorist Green Book exhibition, and that is going to be on display until November 14th. What it does is it highlights the history of the Green Book, which was a travel guide for Black people from 1936 through 1967 through Jim Crow. And it's really a story of triumph, of entrepreneurship, of ingenuity, and it's something that everyone can celebrate. So we're so happy to have the Smithsonian in our backyards and to share this exhibition.
Well, the Green Book was an award-winning movie.
It was,
and it was actually, some of it filmed in Louisiana, but also with many Louisiana actors.
Yes.
And it just seems a little unconscionable that you would need to have a guide to safely travel. We're so used to just going and doing.
Right.
And so this is an exhibition, not only beautiful photography, but also the story of individuals who persevered.
Absolutely. And like I said, it's a very triumphant story. It's something that we can see the positive growth over time, but also something where people can celebrate the fact that we've all wanted freedom. We've all wanted to travel. We all wanted to go west and be cowboys.
That's right.
And so we see that there were Black dude ranches and that there were hotels and assembly centers and beaches that would cater to the Black clientele. And so after the Great Migration, a lot of Black people went up north. They went to either Chicago, New York, some went to California, but home has always been the South for so many people of color. And so that desire to come home has never changed. And so this exhibition explains how they were able to keep those ties and to travel safely across the country.
And that's spanning over a 30-year period.
Exactly, yes.
So that's a generation.
Yes, but it was really interesting. So ExxonMobil is one of the sponsors of the exhibition. They are the primary sponsor, the one for the entire, the tour to all 12 locations. But the story of Esso and the Green Book is that Victor Hugo Green was the creator of the Green Book. And there was a Black executive who was hired by Esso, which was Standard Oil at the time. And they got together and they were able to distribute the Green Books all throughout the country. And so this was a life-saving guide that was easily accessible all over. Yeah.
So this is only one of many exhibitions going in and out of the different museums.
Yes. Exactly.
So what are a couple of the other museum exhibitions that you'd like to share that are coming up?
Well, right now in Patterson, we have a really beautiful, what's his name? He has prints. Audubon.
Audubon.
Sorry. Yes. We've got really beautiful Audubon prints that we're featuring. And in Natchitoches, we have the Sportsman's Paradise exhibition. It's hunting and fishing. And that's going to be up for a little while. But then we have a different Smithsonian exhibition coming there called Waterways. And that will be really fascinating. So everyone should look forward to that exhibition coming soon.
Is that a moving Smithsonian of photography?
It is. It's a traveling
We actually
exhibition.
have had the photographer, Lance LaFord, has come on our show.
Yes.
And he has beautiful work. And he was a photographer with the Times-Picayune for a very long time, then worked with the Army Corps of Engineers, and especially through Katrina.
Yes.
Had some, really life-changing photos in the way that some of the help and assistance came from the federal government for Katrina, and I'm sure for storms after that. You know, we don't seem to
Absolutely.
stop having them.
Oh, goodness.
Betsy, let me add this to the conversation.
Sure.
So state museums, we are culture bearers.
Yes.
We are charged with preserving the history, the heritage, and culture of Louisiana, and we love doing that.
Yeah.
Now, I'll say this also. In this state, we have 411 museums. 411 museums.
411 museums all over the state.
All over the state. So what we're also doing, Lieutenant Governor also has commissioned a website that will store all those different sites. You can go there and search different museums by location, by interest, to make this process a little bit more interesting
Yes.
for tourists and for citizens alike.
Yes. And so that website is louisianamuseums.com.
Yes.
.com.
Mm-hmm.
And so louisianamuseums.com, look, if you want a place to take your kids when it's cold or when it's hot, or you just want a place that you can hold hands with your loved one and walk through and just enjoy, it's better than retail shopping.
Oh, it's so great.
It really is.
Yes.
And it's less expensive. And you
And look, we have a museum in Patterson with Whitetail Williams. It's free. It's free.
There are free museums,
Yes, it's free.
And there's also lunch on the lawn, and there's different things that come
Absolutely.
in
There's
and out.
lots of programming that
Yeah.
we're doing. It's so robust, and we're doing as much as we possibly can to make sure that we're relevant to the communities that we serve. In fact, at Capitol Park Museum, in conjunction with the Negro Motors Green Book exhibition, we are doing programming every Thursday through the run of the exhibition, which is until November 14th. And so we're hoping to bring in families and adults and everyone alike to see the exhibition, but also to take part in the programming that we're doing, because we want people to really engage, and we want this to be their museum.
And when you walk through, it's new memories and old memories.
Absolutely.
And it's really beautiful. The exhibits are beautifully done, and it's very clean, very well kept, and
Absolutely.
there's plenty of room for social
Yeah.
distancing.
And look, in New Orleans, the Presbyterian right now, we have an exhibit called Mystery in Motion. It says spirituality and Mardi Gras and masking and Indians. So I brought that up because that's near and dear to my heart.
Yes.
I'm from New Orleans, a member of Zulu. And
That's right. And
currently this year's Big Shot, so
That's right.
come to the parade, come get a coconut from me. But yes, we take our jobs really seriously in
Yes.
producing our culture and
That's
heritage.
right. Well, I've been to the Cabildo. I've not been to the Presbyterian recently. I think it's time for me to take a tour of some of the museums,
Time
a little
to
more
visit.
in-depth,
Yes.
bring a few friends along. There's always something good to eat, something good to do anywhere around the museum. So thank y'all so much.
Thank you.
Rodnina. Rodnina,
There you
please
go.
forgive me. I want to make sure I say your name correctly, because when people come to the museum, I want them to say, I saw you on Rocket Right.
Yes, come on,
And
visit.
Dr. Michael McKnight, thank you
Thank
so
you.
much for being with us. We're grateful for all the work that you do, all the unappreciated work that you often do. We do appreciate you, and we thank you for being here.
Well,
Thank
please
you.
come visit.
We will.
Yes.
And we'll be right back with Whitney Higginbotham Green, and then we're going to be talking about a little music, and we'll be right back on Rocket Right. Hang tight.
There's a joy of life you'll find only in Louisiana. A spirit of celebration that takes your senses places they've never been before. Where expressions of joy are an art form and our way of life. Where an abundance of good food, good times, and great music means there's more than enough to go around. Come one, come y'all. Come feed your soul in Louisiana. I'm John Goodman, inviting you to visit louisianatravel.com and plan your getaway today.
Red Stick Music, Baton Rouge's live music calendar since 2014, with a full calendar available on the website 24/7, clickable links to artists and venues. View the entire weekend lineup at a glance and plan your outings with your friends. View professional recordings of local live musicians, watch interviews with people in our music community, and find additional resources. Red Stick Music, Baton Rouge's live music calendar.
Hi, I'm Lieutenant Governor Billy Nungesser of the great state of Louisiana. Hurricane Ida has brought great devastation to our community. In time of need, Louisianans always step up and help their neighbor. This time is no different. We'll help our neighbors and friends get back as we always do. If you need help or know of someone that needs help or would like to volunteer or make a donation, go to volunteerlouisiana.gov. We are Louisiana Strong. Thank you.
Since the early 1800s, the Selassie family has played a significant role in the retail industry in Louisiana. Stuart Selassie has achieved the Certified Diamond Graduate designation from the prestigious Gemological Institute of America. What that means to you, whether it's appraisals, design, build, repair, or diamond sales, you have an expert you can count on. At Selassie's, you make all the right choices. Selassie Jewelry and Fine Gifts in the heart of the Denham Springs Antique District. Find them on Facebook.
Visit one of our 21 state parks all over Louisiana.
Let's go to the state park. There are 21 of them, you know. And state parks have biking and hiking, tubing, and we can even ride horses. Or we can go exploring and even swim by a beach. They have cabins, really nice ones, with long fishing piers.
Don't forget to tell them about the discounts.
Oh yeah, book 3 nights and we get the 4th night free.
Great job.
Thanks.
Louisiana State Parks, we're ready for your adventure.
Are you a business owner that could use just one more customer? Those empty tables, vacant appointments, idle employees, and expired merchandise are missed opportunities. What if there were a community that connects you to high-value and motivated customers, giving you a competitive edge in the marketplace and increasing your revenue? Introducing Partners One. You keep doing what you do best, taking care of your customers, and we'll do what we do best, sending you new customers to take care of. Call us today to find out how Partners One can work for your business.
Hi, I'm Dr. Ron Mcmorris of Elite Chiropractic in Livingston Parish, conveniently located off the I-12 corridor in Walker and Albany. If you suffer from sciatica, migraines, or other pain conditions, give us a call to see if we have a technique that best fits you. We have multiple techniques including chiropractic adjustments, massage therapy, dry needling, rehab, and much more. Again, I'm Dr. Ron Mcmorris with Elite Chiropractic in Livingston Parish, Walker, and Albany.
Welcome back to Rock It Right. I am Hurricane Betsy Barnes, a little less hurricane now since we had Ida, but nonetheless, I'm thankful to be here with you and really excited about our guest tonight. We're going to be talking in a little bit about music with RedStickMusic.com founder Caitlin Odell. We're also going to talk with Peyton North about music, art, entertainment, and the rap music scene. And we are here talking with Whitney Higginbotham Green. Thank you for coming back.
Anytime.
I always love talking with you. We have plenty to talk about. Yes. And so I'm really excited that you came. Whitney is an attorney. She is also a candidate for Baton Rouge City Court judge. And many of our conversations kind of circle around about family, community involvement, keeping Baton Rouge as safe as possible, and about women being involved in the process and not looking at the guy standing next to him saying, who are we voting for?
Absolutely.
It's about women being more engaged, more involved, especially if they are moms, and especially if they're women business owners, because they have so much at stake with their future.
No doubt.
You know, we all do. So tell us a little bit, for anybody that hasn't met you, just tell us a little bit about you.
Okay.
And then we'll talk a little bit more.
Well, I want to say thank you to you first, because as far as being an inspiration, every time we talk, I leave and I feel like I've got my pulse on the city a little bit better.
You're so sweet.
No, but seriously, we talk about it. I think we've had similar paths in the sense that we've been around politics and we've raised children, and we love Baton Rouge fiercely.
We love Baton Rouge. We do.
And it's just one of those things that I get ideas from you, and I hope you get ideas from me.
I do.
Good.
I do.
Good,
Kindred
good.
spirits.
Yes, no doubt about it.
Well, you know, the thing is, we have so much to be thankful for in
no
Louisiana.
doubt.
And although we get, hit with things that are unexpected, we all just go, all right, well, another challenge. We'll just face it and go on.
We're resilient, and it's something that I'm very proud of us for. And without the adversity, you don't get a chance to show that you're resilient.
That's right. When do you get a chance to shine?
Exactly.
If you don't overcome something,
Absolutely.
So, but strong genes run in your family.
Oh, yeah. So I'll go back and tell you, since I digressed from your original question, but I have been an attorney. I went back to law school when my youngest child went to kindergarten. It had been sort of a lifelong dream, and it was the kind of thing that I thought I knew I could do it, but I stayed home when my kids were young.
Yes.
And so I've been a state assistant attorney general for 12 years, but now I'm practicing on my own and taking up some cases that I feel very passionate about, and I feel like I'm very principled about, but I'm also running for office at the same time. And so, you know, I like running for office because I like people, but I also enjoy getting out there, seeing what the problems are, what I think the problems are, and how to fix them. Maybe that's not always the case. Until you get out there and talk to people, I don't think you really realize what our community needs.
Right.
And so, I mean, that's just me in a nutshell. But yes, I've had some great mentors, some great examples. Yes. I have some family members that have shown me the way. I feel a strong legacy of community service, and I hope I live up to the expectations.
Sure, I think you will. Well, you're a problem solver, and you want to find a win-win for everybody. And I think that's really important, especially in the judiciary.
Oh, yes.
Because, you know, it is your last step for your right of redress to protect your rights, protect your money, protect your freedom, and it's so important. And so the Baton Rouge City Court, a lot of people don't know what a city court does. So just real briefly tell people kind of what a city court judge would see and do and what kind of volume that might be.
Well, and the volume is the thing that a lot of people don't realize. City courts are your busiest courts out there because every traffic ticket counts as a case. And so the volume is there. It's a misdemeanor court. I used to know off the top of my head how many thousands of cases, but it's like between like 75 and 100,000 cases a year that they deal with. And again, some of them are traffic tickets, some of them are DWIs, some of them are, I mean, there's evictions. There's just many, many different things, but it's the entry level, I guess, of where you would enter the justice system. Now, that's not to say you don't have people that have had a felony before that end up getting something that causes them to be in city court, but I do think that it is the place where having patience and the ability to listen to people and to understand that everyone has a story and some people need whatever you can throw at them and some people need as much grace as you can give them.
Right.
And it takes a very special person to sit on city court.
I agree it does, because you look at everything that's happened through COVID and all the job losses. You look at all the people that are financially struggling more than they've had. You look at the number of people who are really struggling to battle addictions and maybe alcoholism, and then something happens. They're back at work, something happens, and they get a ticket, or perhaps they get a DUI, or something like that. And people don't have all day to sit in court day after day after day. It can take so long. But you have encouraged people, judges, to have evening court or weekend court or something like that as an alternative.
Well, and I think we have to adapt with the times. And I mean, if COVID has taught us nothing, it is that what we all think we know about the way the world functions can change in an instant.
Right, and you have to be adaptable.
Oh, absolutely. And you know, there's a quote out there, I don't know what it is, but it's something about if you want something done, get a woman involved. I don't know exactly what it is, but I do think that whether it's multitasking, whether it's, you know, raising children, but also being out there, whether it's at a job or volunteering or whatever, women are used to wearing multiple hats and multitasking. And so I do think that. As far as like city court, every time I have ever been in the realm of being a political candidate, I have been endorsed by the AFL-CIO, and that is the working men and women of our state. And I think it's because you have the real conversation about that, okay, to go to court, you have to miss work, you have to sit there. You know, if for some reason you have to wait behind a long docket, or, you know, a judge is running late or something like that, time is money.
Right.
And so I don't really know exactly the way to solve it, but I think being open to new ideas, and, you know, maybe it's 1 week in a month, maybe it's one night a week, maybe it's, you know, rotate, do something else, but there are people that either decide to plead guilty to something that maybe they're not guilty of, or they end up with a bench warrant, which, I mean, the problem is astronomical because they can't miss work or they don't have a babysitter. And there's just got to be ways, if we put our thinking cap on,
Or maybe
that
they
we
could
can
pick
do
an
it
alternate
better.
court date.
Yes.
You know, maybe there's a way they can say, look, I can't do it on Tuesdays. I have to work on Tuesdays, but I can do it on Thursdays.
Exactly.
Maybe there's a way that can be done where it's less expensive, because a bench warrant and all that's more expensive.
Yes, and really, I mean, I know that there's been stories in the newspaper about it, that the bench warrant problem from city court, I mean, the backlog is enormous. And so it's kind of like, okay, so what does a bench warrant even mean if there's no repercussion or nothing that goes? But you live in fear of, what if I get pulled over, or what if something happens? You just don't ever know. And it's just not a good way to live. I mean, we want positive energy throughout our community. And look, let's take care of our business and deal with it.
That's right. Because chances are you're probably going to get a ticket at some point. Something. You know, it's pretty impossible to think you've never had a parking ticket, speeding ticket, or something else in the city. So some of the things that you enjoy, in addition to your children that are all in college now, is you like to do things in the community, cleaning up litter.
I know.
You know, you do a lot of volunteerism.
Who would have thought it, you know? But I will tell you this, I just get there and I show up and I'll give an hour here and there. I am not the person that's instrumental in putting this together. We have some people out there. Jennifer Richardson is one of them with Keep Tigertown Beautiful.
Yeah.
We've got, Glenda Pollard and Johanna Landreneau and those guys at Clean Pelican. And, we live and we play and we work and we run our businesses here. Mm-hmm. And when you drive down the street, there's just so many things that make an impression. And to those of us that live here, we've become desensitized to maybe that, that storm drain is clogged or that litter is everywhere. But then the people that come to Baton Rouge for the first time, and that's what they see, we're not given a first impression. Right.
I know people that have been to Seattle and to the West Coast, and they're like, my gosh, the trash is crazy. It's insane. Mm-hmm. But, Keep Louisiana Beautiful just moved under the Lieutenant Governor's office.
That's right.
And so they really do a phenomenal job in a statewide effort. But in Baton Rouge,
I'm excited about that because I know that if it's under the Lieutenant Governor's office, then it's going to get done. And it's going to be done well.
Right. Yes.
And so I think that's a great place for it to be. But it's not just litter. It's other things, whether it's that you have time to go read to some children in a school. Doesn't matter if it's an underprivileged school or your kid's school or a friend of your kid's school. I keep hearing blood drives every day because of COVID and the different things that they need. It's just basically being aware when you wake up every day that you want to strive to make your community a good place.
Yeah.
And when you see somebody call for something, and it could be that it could be litter, it could be a blood drive, it could be donate, work clothes to Dress for Success.
Let's just
do
go.
it.
Let's
do
show
it.
up.
Be part of the solution and not part of the problem.
Right. Now, midterm elections, we only have just a few seconds, but midterm elections are November 13th?
Well, no. These are not midterm elections.
These are for
These
city
are just
court.
municipal elections, and there's only a few things. They'll probably be very low turnout. But in the Baton Rouge area, you've got the city court judge race, you've got a family court judge race, you've got the CATS tax renewal, and you've got 4 constitutional amendments that are statewide on the ballot. So it's kind of a streamlined thing. Midterm elections for like Congress and stuff like that will be next year. Yeah, exactly.
So the election date is
November the 13th.
And you can go early vote a week before that, and you need to go early vote.
Yes.
Because if there's going to be low turnout, make sure you go early vote.
Absolutely.
But we're going to come back and talk about the CATS tax another day.
Okay.
Because I have an opinion.
Yes, I know you do. And the election should have been this weekend, October the 9th, but because of Hurricane Ida, it was moved.
Sure.
So it's November the 13th. And so we have so many elections, it's hard, but it is November the 13th.
Well, thank you, Whitney Higginbotham Green, for coming. Good luck in your election.
Thank you.
And we're going to be right back talking with Caitlin Odell with RedStickMusic.com. We'll be right back.
Thank you.
My biggest concern was my family and being able to see me come home every day and know everything is going to be okay. I felt comfortable that I was being treated by some of the best. There were some scary points along the way, but it's just kind of like been a little blip in the road.
Money, wellness, fun. Rocket Right Radio takes you all across Louisiana and the nation with guests who live life to the fullest.
I'm Hurricane Betsy Barnes.
I'm Dr. Kay Solar.
You're gonna love it.
Join us every week when we cover
Everything under the sun.
Live and learn with the Wright sisters.
Politics.
health,
Music and entertainment.
local Lagnet.
Rocket Right Radio. You're gonna love it.
Hi, I'm Lieutenant Governor Billy Nungesser of the great state of Louisiana. Hurricane Ida has brought great devastation to our community. In time of need, Louisianans always step up and help their neighbor. This time is no different. We'll help our neighbors and friends get back as we always do. If you need help or know of someone that needs help or would like to volunteer or make a donation, go to volunteerlouisiana.gov. We are Louisiana Strong. Thank you.
Red Stick Music, Baton Rouge's live music calendar since 2014, with a full calendar available on the website 24/7. Clickable links to artists and venues. View the entire weekend lineup at a glance and plan your outings with your friends. View professional recordings of local live musicians. Watch interviews with people in our music community and find additional resources. Red Stick Music, Baton Rouge's live music calendar.
Whitetail Properties is not your average real estate company. Land specialist and MSU alum Jeff Taylor in Mississippi and LSU fan realtor Cade Taylor have teamed up. Their sole purpose is uniting buyers and sellers of recreational land. If you're interested in hunting, ranch, investment, and timber properties, Whitetail Properties experts have the right real estate for you. Call Jeff Taylor, 601-248-9433, or Cade Taylor, 225-719-0495, or visit whitetailproperties.com.
At Hightower Dental Concepts, we take a compassionate approach to family dentistry. Our goal is to make your dental experience comfortable and informative so you can make the best dental care decisions for you and your family. We're welcoming new patients to our dental family at Essen & Perkins, and we look forward to meeting you soon at Hightower Dental Concepts. Call us today at 769-0031 or request your appointment at info@dentalconceptsbr.com.
There's a joy of life you'll find only in Louisiana. A spirit of celebration that takes your senses places they've never been before. Where expressions of joy are an art form and our way of life. Where an abundance of good food, good times, and great music means there's more than enough to go around. Come one, come y'all. Come feed your soul in Louisiana. I'm John Goodman, inviting you to visit louisianatravel.com and plan your getaway today.
And welcome back to Rocket Right. I am so glad to have with me as my guest Caitlin Odell. She and her husband Christopher Odell founded redstickmusic.com. And so thank you for coming.
Thank you for having me.
You know, this labor of love that y'all started has really turned into like the go-to website and Facebook page and social media to find all your favorite bands, singer-songwriters, and you hung in there during COVID.
Yes.
You really did. And so tell us a little bit about what got you started for people that might not have seen you on the show before. And congratulations on being featured in 225. I think we actually have a photo of that, of your article. I hope that we can pull it up. And really, you know, y'all did this to kind of support music because you love music. You have a recording studio. You're able to do a lot of things technically that people might not even be aware of that you do. So tell us a little bit about what got you and Christopher started and what you offer.
Sure. So we do audio recording, and we really love live music.
Mm-hmm.
So when we started out, we decided we really wanted to focus on recording live shows. And no one else really does that, and we felt that it was an area that needed to be covered and could be really interesting and unique. So we do have a mobile recording studio that we bring out on location to venues, and we capture bands live. We record them. All the mics go into our board and our computer. We take it back home and we mix it and get a really professional sound. And then we also video record. So we put all of that together for a final product. So we started doing that in 2012. And as we were doing that, the bands were telling us, you know what? We wish that the crowds were bigger here in Baton Rouge, and they're just not. And at the same time, we were hearing people say, oh, Baton Rouge doesn't have any live music, and I wish it did. So we were like, there's a disconnect there, because there is a lot of live music going on in Baton Rouge. And there could be even more if people knew about it and there were bigger crowds and people came out and supported it. So we were like, what if we put this calendar together so that everyone could see, like, all in one place where all the live music is happening? So that's exactly what we did. We really never expected it to go as far as it has. We kind of expected the calendar to be a little side project to our recordings. But it's blown up.
It has. And you have LaBerge as one of your new sponsors. We're happy to partner and sponsor because we want to support Louisiana performing artists, whether they're a guy with a guitar and this is just what he loves to do, whether it's a full-blown big band who travels all over the country. We want people to know what's coming in and out. And after going to other cities, and some of them in Louisiana, it's hard to find live music directories or something that's current. You can scroll through the newspaper and maybe see some little bitty ads, but there's not one place where you can go, oh, you've got, jazz here, funk here, we can go dance here, we can do this here, they got salsa over here, and y'all cover all of that.
Yes, we cover everything that we can find within a 25-mile driving distance of Baton Rouge, which is quite a big radius.
That is.
And we just list everything. We get submissions, but we also do our own research. So I'm on the internet looking at Facebook pages and websites and gathering everything that I can find, because I just want to promote everyone that's having live music around Baton Rouge. And I do have to give a shout out to our sponsor, LaBerge. I'm really proud to work with LaBerge, not just because they're supporting us, which obviously enables us to help the music community even more, but because they help the music community themselves. They host local musicians every single week at their casino. They
Usually
have
2 or 3 bands. You might have an early one at 18 Steak and then have one later than that, farther back in the bar, I think on the edge.
Yes, they have acoustic acts in the 18 Steak around 6 o'clock on Friday and Saturday nights, so that's like some ambient music while you're eating your dinner. They have local bands play in their bar at about 10 p.m. on Friday and Saturday nights. So
and good local bands, too.
Right, so you can go get a drink with your friends and hang out. And they also have main stage shows that are ticketed concert events. So this month on October...
I think they have Better Than Ezra
They
coming
have
up.
Better Than Ezra on October 15th, and on October 30th they have the Molly Ringwalds for a Halloween event. So lots of fun things going on at LaBerge, and they're really supporting the local community.
And so we actually record our show at Old School Barbecue, and they are going to start having live music, so they are going to be listed. So like Don Kadare Trio and quite a few other local bands are going to be coming here on a weekly basis. I hope more than once or twice a week.
Yeah.
And then there's a lot of other areas that maybe aren't, as able to be found. You scour the internet, you scour all the social media posts, but sometimes you don't see a lot of country music that's posted, or you might not see rap, and we're going to talk a little bit about that. There's some music genres that maybe haven't plugged in yet to Red Stick Music, and so what are some of those that you're looking for?
Well, yeah, the rap community is one that I would like to cover better. I would like to find out more about the shows and list them on the calendar. Anybody that wants to be on the calendar can reach out to us, and we'll put it on there. It's free. It costs nothing. We just put you on the calendar and promote your shows. So we do everything that we can to promote that, but there's definitely areas that I'd like to do better.
The number of links that you have, so you can absolutely go and you can link to the band and see what they've done and catch on to their recordings in different ways, different websites, but then also the venue. So it could be that later you're planning a bigger event or a different event or something, a corporate event, and you can go to that venue and then connect to those links. So it is just a great, wonderful resource.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, and now we've created a new resource where we're connecting musicians to booking agents. So musicians can sign up on our website. Tell us about that. It's just something new that I came up with because booking agents don't often like to list their information publicly, but they do want to get in touch with musicians to book at their venues, and the musicians want to submit their information to booking agents. So we made a whole system where booking agents can sign up for an email newsletter, the musicians can submit their information to us, and as the information comes in, it gets sent out to the booking agent. So we're just connecting the whole community.
I think you're going to have a lot of musicians connecting in with your booking agents, and it makes their life so easy. I mean, they don't have to go search. You can say, hey, I've seen this band myself, or I've heard this band, or let me, let you connect and speak with their manager, or here's a sample. And that is wonderful because that's going to help them be seen even more.
Right.
That
yeah.
makes such a big difference.
Yeah.
So as far as what you can do as far as recording, let's say that musicians wanted to record in your studio, or they want you to come to where they are and record. What is that process like?
So right now our recordings are typically sponsored. So our sponsors and we discuss who would be a good candidate for us to go and record. We obviously have some ideas of who we'd like to record, and they do too, you know. So we talk about that and we make some plans. We contact musicians and we get everyone coordinated, and we just go out to their show and get set up ahead of time and get ready to record them. And then once we've got all that data, we take it home and mix it and get it all polished and shiny, make it look cool, and put it out as one final product. And you can check out some of our work on our website. On the homepage, you can check out interviews and recordings that we've done.
I think that's so awesome. I just love it, and I love live musicians, and I love the energy that's shared with everybody in that particular space. And this is really a showcase for people that would not otherwise maybe have a crowd show up. You know, the restaurants and the bars are hoping the band is going to bring, but many band members actually have a full-time job, and it's very hard for them to spend a lot of time marketing where they're going to be, and so y'all provide that for them. And the same thing with the venues. They need patrons, they need people coming back to the restaurants, especially now, but a lot of people don't know kind of who they might have.
Right.
You know, like we've had Chris LeBlanc on our show several times. I love seeing where Chris is playing because I might not be, you know, Tuesday night might not be good for me, but Thursday night might be better.
Right.
And I'll see where he's playing. And you can follow your favorite bands. And I think that's so important because, you know, they were doing home concerts online and asking for Venmo and PayPal, you know, gratuities and love, and, you know, now they're actually in public in front of crowds again, and their energy is back, and it's just a lot of fun.
Yeah, and I'm feeling the excitement from everyone in town about the live music. I think we all took it a little bit for granted.
Oh, we did take it for granted. We absolutely did.
Taken away from us, we realized, you know what, I'm not going to take this for granted again. And so I feel like electricity throughout the town about the live music coming back, and it's really coming back in force. I'm seeing venues and musicians that haven't been open for like a year that are coming back. So
yes, and they need the revenue, and we need the entertainment because we are not good as bored people. I'm just saying, we are not good. We have to have something to look forward to. We want to know what we're going to eat, what we're going to go listen to, and who we're going to see.
Yeah.
And what we're going to do. But then you also have a lot of things that are going to be coming up and some things that are being added. So it's really important for people to, like, you know, bookmark that page, put that on their favorites, share, share, share. And we talked about how you've organically grown your following to be about 7,000 plus per month visiting your website.
Yes.
And then 3 or 4 times that on social media.
Yes.
So that's wonderful. So everybody who has found redstickmusic.com and loves it as much as we do, thank you, thank you, thank you for supporting what they've done for so long. And then now it looks like it's really going to blow up. So Caitlin and Christopher Odell, redstickmusic.com.
Yes.
Is there anything else that you want to share?
Get out and support live music and
That's
enjoy
right.
all the fall festivals that are happening. There's so many of them.
Yeah, there's lots of good fall festivals. So we're going to be right back in just a minute talking with Peyton North. And you might be surprised what you learn about Peyton North. And just hang tight, and we'll be right back with Rock It Right with Hurricane Betsy Barnes and Dr. Kay Solar, who will be back with us next week. Thank you, Caitlin Odell, for being with us.
Hi, I'm Dr. Ron Mcmorris of Elite Chiropractic in Livingston Parish, conveniently located off the I-12 corridor in Walker and Albany. If you suffer from sciatica, migraines, or other pain conditions, give us a call to see if we have a technique that best fits you. We have multiple techniques, including chiropractic adjustments, massage therapy, dry needling, rehab, and much more. Again, I'm Dr. Ron Mcmorris with Elite Chiropractic in Livingston Parish, Walker, and Albany.
At Hightower Dental Concepts, we take a compassionate approach to family dentistry. Our goal is to make your dental experience comfortable and informative so you can make the best dental care decisions for you and your family. We're welcoming new patients to our dental family at Essen & Perkins, and we look forward to meeting you soon at Hightower Dental Concepts. Call us today at 769-0031 or request your appointment at info@dentalconceptsbr.com.
Some call it joie de vivre, the joy of life. In Louisiana, it's our way of life. From music that shakes up your senses to food that wakes up your palate. That joy vibrates in every note we play and spices up every meal we serve. So come live life to the fullest. Come one, come y'all, come feed your soul in Louisiana. I'm Sean Ardway, inviting you to plan your trip at louisianatravel.com.
Since the early 1800s, the Selassie family has played a significant role in the retail industry in Louisiana. Stuart Selassie has achieved the Certified Diamond Graduate designation from the prestigious Gemological Institute of America. What that means to you, whether it's appraisals, design, build, repair, or diamond sales, you have an expert you can count on. At Selassie's, you make all the right choices. Selassie Jewelry and Fine Gifts in the heart of the Denham Springs Antique District. Find them on Facebook.
Whitetail Properties is not your average real estate company. Land specialist and MSU alum Jeff Taylor in Mississippi and LSU fan realtor Kay Taylor have teamed up. Their sole purpose is uniting buyers and sellers of recreational land. If you're interested in hunting, ranch, investment, and timber properties, Whitetail Properties experts have the right real estate for you. Call Jeff Taylor, 601-248-9433, or Kay Taylor, 225-719-0495, or visit whitetailproperties.com.
Visit one of our 21 state parks all over Louisiana.
Let's go to the state park. There are 21 of them, you know. And state parks have biking and hiking, tubing, and we can even ride horses. Or we can go exploring and even swim by a beach. They have cabins, really nice ones, with long fishing piers.
Don't forget to tell them about the discounts.
Oh yeah, book 3 nights and we get the 4th night free.
Great job.
Thanks.
Louisiana State Parks, we're ready for your adventure.
I had a meeting with Dr. Barfield and it kind of just hit me. It probably is cancer. After the surgery, I wasn't scared anymore. I was looking forward to getting started with chemo. Not one time did I get a nurse in a bad mood. I was here for 5 hours at a time and I did not dread coming. To get people from around the country to come to Baton Rouge, that says a lot right there. That this place is cutting edge.
And welcome back to Rock It Right. I am Betsy Barnes here with Caitlin Odell with Red Stick Music and our special musical guest, Peyton North.
Hello.
How you doing, Peyton?
We're living the dream.
Living the dream.
Excited to be here.
So Peyton has an interest in filmmaking, entertainment, music, songwriting, clothing design, and Peyton is also my son. So,
Hi, Mom.
So we've had Kay's son, CJ Solar, on the show several times, talking about the different 3rd Street songwriters, festivals, and different things that CJ's done. And Peyton's music genre is a little bit different than CJ's. CJ's is more country, southern rock. Peyton's is more rap. And I don't know if it even fits in a label, actually. I think that it could morph into different things.
Agreed.
So tell us a little bit about what inspires you.
What inspires me is the feeling of true positivity and fulfillment. I recently redefined what success means to me, and that is the true feeling of fulfillment, which is like whenever you smile at somebody and you get that true interaction that it didn't even expect you to smile. Or like with music especially, my purpose and journey and everything that I do is to unify people through art with light. So like with music, it doesn't matter who you are, where you come from, what you believe. We all just want to dance and have fun. And that's what music allows us to do, is to just feel that energy. And that's that true positivity energy is what I live for.
So when you spend time writing lyrics, you already kind of are envisioning what your videos are going to look like. And you've done several different videos where you've hired the entire team, and you have hired everything from the studio producers to the videographers, the editors. You've done a lot of your own graphics, and so we have some of Peyton's work, some of his videos, and so we're going to see if we can pull those up, some of his photos, some of his modeling photos. So this is a particular one. Tell us about this particular song.
This is Look What I Did. This was my first, like, I felt like all day huge production that had really everything going on. This is 225 and Beyond. And Look What I Did, the chorus goes like, bring it all back to my mama. Shout out to my mama, Hurricane Betsy Barnes. And 225 and Beyond, that's really paying homage to my mama Carol. And this is actually the same jacket that I'm wearing in this. So this Future Occasions, this was about my first ever trip to New York, and just wrote the song about it. Really, I didn't write it, I just freestyled it, but that's what the song is about.
And that was around your 22nd birthday, and that actually also had when you did skydiving, which you absolutely loved.
That was the most adrenaline rushing experience I've ever had in my entire life. And I recommend that everybody do it.
Well, I think you had more fun skydiving than maybe a lot of people do. So. And then I think there's some photos where you've done some acting, some modeling, and now you're more interested, I guess, in filmmaking.
So really it all ties in together. Making the music and then the videos, whenever I rap or speak, I think about it and I see how I want the video to look as I'm saying it. And then it got into, like, I can just curate the entire project, the entire vibe around everything. So like being on both sides of the camera is very...
And that's some of your art.
Yeah. Being on both sides of the camera is my favorite thing about it, because I can sculpt the art that I want, how it to look, and then step in front of the camera and live it. And that's the most beautiful thing about it to me. That's what I enjoy the most.
And so when you went to New York recently, and that's an album cover, or I guess an EP cover. An album cover that you designed yourself from photos that were taken from your first video in Atlanta.
Correct.
Yeah. So it's kind of odd, you know, hey Mom, I think I'm gonna go to Atlanta and I'm gonna shoot a music video, and I've talked to the person who produced one of Katy Perry's latest albums or songs, and then I've hired this production team, and I'm like, what are you talking about? But it just turned out beautifully. It really, really did.
Appreciate you saying so.
Well, it's true, and you work really, really hard at it, and you're kind of funny that some of the things that you rhyme and do, like when you were younger, I would make up rhymes, and then now you're making up rhymes.
Yeah.
But you know, I'm proud of the creativity that you have, and I'm proud of the broad spectrum of expressions, as you could see in some of the photos earlier. And you just seem to enjoy every single person that you interact with through this journey that you're on, because it is a journey.
Absolutely. That's what it's about. It's to me, it's about the journey, and not the destination is exciting, but the journey is what makes the destination have any worth at all. So that's what gives it value. And you can learn something about yourself through everybody you meet, and you can learn something about everybody else through everybody you meet. So it's really all about growing.
And so you're planning to do another video soon, and you're going to do it kind of at a VIP event, but people would have to go follow your social media and maybe hopefully get invited to to it. And you also, you know, on your social media at Peyton North, PeytonNorth,
is with one N. Peyton North with one N.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I would say it is important to mention to people that this is adult language. Some of the language is adult language, and it's not really for small children. Would that be fair?
That's accurate.
Yeah, that would be accurate. So I would just think that with the video you're launching and all of that, you're interested in people that want to come and celebrate. Is this your 7th video, your 8th video?
I think this will be 8 or 9.
8 or 9. So, and you have one that's in process that you did in New York City.
That one in process is out.
You're waiting it. Oh, is it out?
Well,
You have another one in process.
There's a few in the vault.
Yes.
There's a few in the vault.
Yes. So what would you like to ask? I'm sorry I didn't give you enough questions to ask.
Well, so what drew you to this genre? You seem like a very artistic person. Is it just that there's like so much you can do with this genre that's like unique from other genres, or what drew you to it?
What drew me to it was really was NWA and Ice Cube. And like, I'm going to say whatever I want. I don't care how anybody else looks at it. And it's just raw and it's real and it's just like that. It's in your face and you can't do anything about it. And then also, I felt like at times in my life, I didn't really have anybody to talk to. I didn't have an outlet. So I got a microphone because you got to listen to me. So the microphone has to listen. And then just enjoying the culture and enjoying everything that comes with it, and really looking at it like making music and hearing stuff on the radio and be like, I could do better than that. And then somebody said, do it. So it's like, all right, bet. So I did. And that's what we're doing.
Yeah, I really admire the way that you just go for it and do what you want and don't have any, like, you don't fit into any particular box. Do you have any, like, favorite local rap artists that you, like, really admire?
Oh, I have quite a few.
We just have 1 minute, so say them quick.
Okay, so say it quick. So the song that I'm the people that I know personally, or just in general?
Just in general.
Okay. First one that comes to mind is Rest in Peace, The Real G Money. Loved his music. And then I'm about to drop a song with Damage. Real name Nick Mascaro, and that's who my next film is going to be starring for the music video. Other favorite rappers, oh my gosh, put me on the spot. Myself, Peyton North. That's what I guess.
Well, Peyton North, Caitlin Odell with Red Stick Music, thank you for being with us.
Thank you for having me.
And just remember, if you're going to rock it, make sure you rock it right.
Are you a business owner that could use just one more customer? Those empty tables, vacant appointments, idle employees, and expired merchandise are missed opportunities. What if there were a community that connects you to high-value and motivated customers, giving you a competitive edge in the marketplace and increasing your revenue? Introducing Partners One. You keep doing what you do best, taking care of your customers, and we'll do what we do best, sending you new customers to take care of. Call us today to find out how Partners One can work for your business.
Rock It Right with Betsy Barnes and Dr. K. Solar is brought to you by these generous sponsors. Partners One, better barter for Baton Rouge and beyond.
Mary Bird Perkins, Our Lady of the Lake Cancer Center, Selassie Jewelry and Fine Gifts, Advantage Health Solutions with Dr. Boyd Michael Helm, Hightower Dental Concepts with Dr. Leah Larson, City Group Hospitality including City Pork Brasserie and Bar, City Pork Catering, City Slice, City Taco, Rouge Creole, and Beau Soleil.
Talent 360 Consulting with Vicki Little. Jeff Taylor, Realtor and Forester with Whitetail Properties. The 3rd Street Songwriters Festival. Elite Chiropractic with Dr. Ron Mcmorris. LouisianaIsATrip.com. Take one. Thank you for making our show possible.